Most people think they'll just leave. Motorway to ferry, job done. Reality check, ports close, fuel runs dry, and you lose direction in the first mile. This video is why you won't make it out of the UK and exactly how to fix it so you actually reach safe ground. Educational only, respect private land and rights of way, don't take risks near cliffs, bogs, estuaries, rail lines. Tides, weather and fatigue kills the overconfident. Welcome back to Charlie Survival. Let's be blunt, the UK is an island with limited exit nodes, ports, the Channel Tunnel, airports, connected by a handful of arterial roads. In a disruption, every one of those becomes a checkpoint. Ports and tunnels. If sailing slow or stop, queues spill back onto A roads in minutes. Airports. Staff shortages and cancellations turn terminals into holding pens. Motorways. M25, M1, M6, M4, already fragile under normal stress. Add panic and they become stationary. Energy is the second reality. If deliveries wobble, your fill up on the way becomes run out on the way. Generators that keep lights, pumps and port equipment working need, ironically, fuel. Then there's navigation. Sat-nav fails from dead batteries, diversions or cell congestion. One police cordon and you're a pedestrian in a maze of hedge lanes and footpaths. Most people can't hold a bearing for 10 minutes without a blue dot. Why most UK bugouts fail. Single thread plan, one route, one destination, one fuel assumption. If any link breaks, the plan dies. You need redundancy, 2 routes, 2 timing windows, 2 ways to navigate. Map blindness, people head north without any paper map skills. If the blue dot goes, so do they. Handrail ignorance. Britain is switched with linear features, rivers, ridges, hedgerows, canals, rail corridors. If you can't identify and switch between them, you drift and waste energy. Seasonal traps. Estuaries and causeways at night, winter bog on moors, wind throw in forests, summer shortcuts become winter punishments. Urban management. Service stations, big junctions, ports, they attract crowds, control and delay. Avoid, fix. Redundant routes, land readings, OS map basics, tide and season awareness, and a bias for green corridors over carriageways. If you want to get prepared for bugging out in the UK, you can head over to the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list. Feel free to click the Amazon link in the description after this video. Navigation that never runs out of battery. You don't need to be a mountain guide, you need a stack of 2 or 3 clues at once so your line stays true. Sky bearings, your free compass. Sun. In the UK, the sun arcs through the southern sky. Around midday, it's roughly due south. Morning gives you eastish, evening westish. Stick and shadow. Plan to stick, mark the tip of the shadow, wait 10 to 15 minutes, mark again. The line between marks runs west to east. Polaris. Find the plough or Big Dipper, extend the pointer star 5 times to Polaris, that's north. Cassiopeia, wonky W, sits opposite, helping you bracket Polaris even when the plough is low. Moon. Broadly rises in the east, sets in the west. Crescent horns point towards the sun's position below the horizon. It's handy orientation at night. Land handrails. Ridges, rivers, hedges, canals, rail. Ridges. Dry, clear sightlines, less livestock and dogs. In fog, ridges stop drift. Rivers and streams. Downstream leads to bridges, lanes and settlements, hedgerows and walls. Ancient boundaries trend in for kilometers. Many follow contours, excellent at night. Canals. Gentle gradients, frequent bridges, logical town links, superb night handrails, watch edges. Rail corridors. Don't trespass. Use parallel paths and lanes that shadow rail lines towards stations and city exits. Human fingerprints. Churches, dishes, urban grain, wind. Churches. Many medieval churches are aligned roughly east to west, altar end leans east. It's a hint, not a survey instrument. Satellite dishes. Most face southeast to see geostationary satellites. Stand behind a dish, you're roughly facing southeast. Urban grain. High streets connect to rivers, rail stations and old market hubs. Tram and rail alignments point to exits. Prevailing wind. Southwesterlies dominate. Coastal trees flag northeast. OS map, 90-second mastery. Thumb the map. Keep your thumb on your current spot. Slide as you move. It prevents lost on paper. Grid refs. Eastings, then northings, along the corridor up the stairs. 6-figure gets you within 100 meters. Contours. Tight equals steep. Valley contours from U-shapes opening uphill. Spurs point downhill. If you learn one skill, learn to see the land from contours. Handrail plus catch-in feature. Follow a linear feature and place a big feature behind your destination so you can't overshoot. Attack point. Aim first for an obvious feature like a bridge or church, then a short, precise leg to your exact spot. Night and poor visibility tricks. Aiming off. When heading to a road or river in darkness, deliberately aim a little bit left or right so you know which way to turn when you hit it, instead of arriving dead on and not knowing which way to go. Pace count. Learn your 1000 meter pace on flat and uphill, combined with handrails for surprising accuracy. Back bearings. Every 10 to 15 minutes, look behind and memorize the reverse view. If you must retreat, it's familiar. Golden rule. Never commit off one clue, stack 2 or 3 before choosing. 2 bug-out routes that actually work. Primary, efficient, and secondary, quieter and concealed. Both must be walkable if vehicles are a no-go. Step 1. Pick a target safe ground 15 to 40 kilometers away, like a relative or friend in the countryside, a small village off major A roads, or high ground above floodplain. If appropriate, pre-position a tiny lawful cache, socks, water tabs, printed map segment, contact numbers, grid references. Step 2. Segment into legs. Break the journey into 1 to 2 kilometer legs bounded by catch-in features. Canal bridges, wood edges, rail underpasses, distinct lane junctions. If you detour, you only lose a leg, not the whole route. Step 3. Choose the handrail per leg. Leg 1. Green exit. Canal towpaths, riverside path, or bridleway peeling you out of suburbia without main road exposure. Leg 2. Spine. Ridge or hedge lane trending towards your target. Leg 3. Parallel the A road. Don't walk the A road, shadow it on lanes and paths so it pulls you generally in the right direction while you stay low profile. Leg 4. Approach. Put a catch-in feature behind your destination like a B road or stream so you cannot overshoot in the dark. Step 4. Avoid magnets. Service stations, retail parks, major junctions, port perimeters. Assume congestion, cameras, control. Cross big roads at known pedestrian bridges or underpasses you've marked in advance. Step 5. Season and tide logic. Estuaries and fords. No tidal windows and river levels. The pretty shortcut can be lethal at 2 AM in winter. Moors and bogs. On Dartmoor and the Pennines, keep to the spurs and ridges in poor visibility. Peat hags waste time and ankles. Forestry. After storms, wind throw blocks paths. Identify parallel fire roads or field edges as bypasses. Step 6. Build the secondary. Assume primary gets blocked or unsafe. Secondary must use different corridors. Cross major roads at different points and ideally approach safe ground from another direction. Step 7. Timing windows. Practice both routes at dusk and late evening. Time legs per hour at a steady walking pace with a small rucksack. Note exposure points, barking dogs, lit areas, awkward styles, muddy traps. Micro nav kit. OS map in sleeve. Base plate compass, torch plus spare batteries, grease pencil or brio, gloves and hat, whistle, coastal. Printed tide times. If you use a phone, keep it off in a warm pocket. Spot check only. Urban exit playbook. The first 5 kilometers through built up areas is the highest friction point. Here's how to slide out. Shadow the rails. Don't walk the tracks, use the logic around them. Footpaths, cycleways and backstreets often parallel rail lines to stations in outer suburbs. Rails are designed to leave the city. Green chains. String parts together to move with cover. Green night handrails that naturally avoid traffic nodes. Bridges and underpasses. Pre-mark every major crossing. One pedestrian bridge can save an hour of dead ends. Leave only when the signals are green. From safe ground, evaluate with a cool head. Operations. Are the ports actually moving vehicles? Fuel. Available at multiple points on your corridor. Restrictions. Any cordons or closures blocking approaches. Water, food, rest, so you aren't forced into bad decisions. Sometimes not leaving is the best move. A stable position inland with community beats a chaotic queue to nowhere. If you learned something today, smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next video to upgrade your knowledge in the UK. If you want to start building your bug out kits, you can head over to the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list. You can find equipment that I've tried and tested over months. Click the Amazon link in the description below. Comment down below your favorite navigation technique that doesn't involve a compass, and click this video on screen now if you want to learn all about why the UK is currently in a crisis and how to survive it. Stay wild, stay free, and I'll catch you in the next one.